Right, for Woodlands Stud, Woodlands Weekly Winners, we're going to, a regular show that we're going to be starting to put out. Stacey White, firstly, hello to you, Stace.
Hi, Paul. Thanks for having me on here. It's good to catch up with you as always and talk about some of the highlights for Woodlands Stud for the week.
I actually had the wrong name. We must remember she is a White and not another name. I'll get corrected very quickly on that one. And Mark Hughes joins me. Hello, Mark.
Morning, guys. Good to catch up and chat all things Woodlands, and looking back at the last 7 days and forward a little bit about how all our boys have performed all over the world. So looking forward to it.
And that's the idea of this. We're going to do it weekly and highlight sort of 3, 4, 5 horses from time to time, each of the winners, and make sure people are aware of who's doing what. The stallion roster is out for 2024, and you can see all the stallions there. We'll be going through those. But just quickly, I'm not sure which one of you guys wants to answer this, but American Ideal, first positive test to the frozen semen was posted on social media the other day.
Yeah, look, we're well and truly underway. The season's underway. It's about 2.5 weeks old, let's say. And we bred our first American Ideal frozen in Western Australia for Steve Johnson, who's a Leviathan breeder over that way. And we returned the first 14-day positive to American Ideal yesterday. So very excited about that. And he's got some really good mares for his frozen this year all over the country. So great start to the season, and sentimental old me, almost had a tear in the eye yesterday when they sent me the photo.
Must say to go to woodlandsstud.co.nz, the stud with S, Woodlands. Anyway, it's fine. You'll find it. Go woodlandsstud.co.nz too for the website. Right, we're going to start at the top, Stace. We might start with you. Terrific winner at Auckland on Saturday night. Unfortunately for connections over there, it had to be rescheduled. But with the two-year-old, the Caduceus Club 2-year-old fillies, Group 1 Classic, taken out by B-Tastic for Peter and Vaughan Blanchard.
Yeah, another lovely little Better's Delight filly claiming a Group 1. She was actually bred and raised at Woodlands Stud, bred by Tony Grayling, the stud master, alongside one of our regular vets, Petra. So there was a little bit of a Woodlands spice to it, added in with the fact that obviously she was by Better's Delight. So as you'll see here, she's pretty much last turning in and very wide, and she just storms home to take the win, which is pretty impressive in a Group 1 race, and a big field, as you can see too, as they're coming down the straight there. So yeah, very impressive. Out of an Art Major mare, that cross seems to be doing a good job. She was actually passed in at the sales, had a $30,000 reserve on her, and Tony had to break her in and get her going. And then I believe Jeremy Young did a prep with her after that, and Pete and Vaughan had the brother, so they went and had a look at her and really liked her, so took the gamble on her and purchased her then, and I think Tony might be regretting that now.
Well, there was a strong, I saw an interview afterwards, and one thing they were saying, first time over the 2200, that was one of the keys there. When you looked at the times, they may not stand out as exceptionally. It was the first time for the 2-year-old fillies over that longer trip, and that's what they'd been waiting for too. So she's a filly that's only going to get better and better.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously the Better's Delights tend to get better with age. So yeah, really exciting to see how she can develop over the next, few months into the, her coming seasons as well.
Hughesy, just I'll get your thoughts on that filly as well, but also Sooner the Better returning winning style for the Steel and Purden camp. He's a super progressive horse. Always under the radar of one of his stablemates, but he does an awesome job, and first and third in that race as well on what was a feature night of racing at Auckland.
Yeah, Spring Cup night, and return for a lot of the big horses working towards the New Zealand Cup in November. He's just a genuine racehorse, a real tradesman, does a really good job, good going horse, always thereabouts in these big races, and they're the sort of ones you want to take to the track. He beat Merlin first up, who was running on well at the finish, but no, look, a really, really good result for Sooner the Better, and he's on the path to the New Zealand Cup now. Yep,
and the other filly, I forgot her name now, it just escaped me, but she's always thereabouts, the Lady of the Light, again, running another great third in a very, very good race. Down by the Seaside had a winner. We're going to highlight one of those in a minute as well, but Mako, a good winner for Arna Donnelly and the team.
He had 2, actually, on the night. Yeah.
Well, keep correcting me. That's what you're here for.
He also won the last with another one called Frisco Bay that Ray Green trains, and both were Woodlands bred and raised, sold at the weanling sales. And in that last race, it was also down by the Seaside Quinella. So he had a really good night there, and obviously a good week all round. Mark might touch on his really nice Group 3 winner that he had over at Gloucester Park.
Yeah, he will indeed. I know there was big raps on Frisco Bay and really starting to come to the fore. Hughesy, we talk about Gloucester Park. We had Atlantic Gem get the chockies in smashing style. It's behind the leader here. Very, very impressive winner this was.
Yeah, look, I know that the boys have got this filly. I've always had a little bit of opinion on her, and just probably like these Seasides, I know he'll get his 2-year-old winners, but we just think he's going to be a jet at 3 and 4. This is a great result for us too in this Group 3. So betters down by the Seaside's Daughter Claims the Group 3. That's an American Ideal filly finishing second, and a Better's Delight filly finishing third. So the boys trifected the Group 3. Atlantic Gem now gets a free ticket to the WA Oaks now. There's two golden tickets, they call it, into that race. Waterloo, the daughter of Sweet Lou, is the other ticket holder into that race. So great fill-up for our boys. And one thing I've always spoken about is how we love that our sires lead great fillies, and they just continue to do so. Big 7 or 8 days for Seaside, probably average two winners a day in Australia and New Zealand over the last fortnight. Had a good winner at Addington in Winelight the other night. He's just been knocking up winning races everywhere. And look, we know got to stay in batting at about 75% winners to runners in Australia, and we know there's a lot more to come. So we're very high on the horse, as we've always spoken about.
Stacey, we'll stay just a little bit of New Zealand. We'll get back to you, Hughes, on the staying on Seaside, but Pin Seeker, a horse that you're well and truly aware of with Johnny Cox and Kimberly Butt. He's an exceptional horse. He's run in the Hannon Memorial 2 weeks ago, was just outstanding, and he's on a path for the New Zealand Cup as well, Trotting Cup as well.
Yeah, I think he actually surprises his connections quite often when he goes out into the races, and he was obviously fresh up in that Hannon, and so we'll take a lot of benefit from it. And I just really exciting for them, another Woodlands graduate, so really excited to see how he's going to progress in these Road to the Cup races, and hopefully we might see him there on the second Tuesday in November.
Yeah, Seaside, as I said, continues to do a great job. The Americans are so keen on him. I've done an interview with Adam Bowden, and he just loves him. He's one of their pin-ups. They actually have a Seaside day at the sales, and I see they're getting ready for that again. I'm not sure which way I'll go here. I'll go with Sweet on Lexi. Mark, I might get you to talk about this horse here. This horse with immense abilities. Just pulling out here. This horse is raw. You can see that it's got the head on the side, 3 deep going to the front. Look at those quarters underneath. This is an exceptional son of Sweet Lou, Mark.
Yeah, look, he's been one of those 2-year-olds that was punching around at Bathurst in March. He went to the Proto Star at Albion Park back in July, August. And here he is fresh up ahead of the Breeders' Challenge. And, 53 on a pretty moderate night, I would have thought, at Bathurst. Roaring home in 27 and 6. This horse, as you say, looks very green to me. Does race with the head on the side, but he has got a seriously big motor. And I reckon once he turns 3, this horse, he's definitely a Derby horse. No reason why he can't win the Breeders' Challenge. There's a couple of very nice colts in it. There's another horse called Double Lou, who's 4 out of 4 and won at Wagga in 52 the other night. So Lou's going to have a fairly big say. But this horse, the mum's backing up the truck again to go to Sweet Lou this season for Lex Crosby, who's been on Sweet Lou since the start. But just watch him roar away this last furlong.
Yeah, and you just go back, and I'll put these videos up at the end. If you just see him just turning for home, he just shifts out half a stride, and then Bernie says go, and he just accelerates. And I caught up with Lex at Bathurst there one night. He's a little bit camera shy. He's not keen on the camera, but he's so keen on Sweet Lou. It's not funny. You said there before about Double Lou, Pete Ramiro. Great to see them with a really nice horse as well. Pete's been a terrific servant for harness racing for a long time, and it's a very exciting horse as well. And the way he won at Wagga was outstanding. Yeah,
they're both two very big, raw 2-year-olds, and they can just see they're going to be very good horses at 3 if, they stay sound. So very big domination for us of the New South Wales Breeders' Challenge so far. I think we've won at least 6 or 8 heats across Newcastle, Menangle, another couple yesterday, Wagga. Bathurst. So Betters and Sweet Lou are probably pretty much owning that space at the Breeders' Challenge at the moment.
And continue, and good horses. I think Spirit of St. Louis went around last night at Yonkers, so I'm not sure how he went there, but he's raced there as well. Lather Up, Stace, getting the runs on the board. He's had a good winner in New Zealand, a couple of really nice winners here, and he gets one in Tasmania with Pazaya winning in 58.6 for the Ratros out there in front.
Yeah, I just think he's a sire that we're going to see more winners coming quick and fast. It took him a while to get one on the board, but now he's really starting to do the job and leaving some really impressive types. So we're really excited about him and the impact he's going to have down under here in New Zealand. Obviously, he's got a couple of pretty Australasian lines with Better's Delight in the pocket in his blood. So, we're really excited to see what they're going to do. And he's just settled in great up at Woodlands Stud. He's such a gentleman. They're really enjoying having him there. So, yeah, really exciting. He's a horse that we've all got a lot of time for. Very fast, obviously. So he's starting to leave that in the progeny that we're seeing on the track too, which is a really promising sign.
They're Mark. They're also very good sizes. A couple are here that were unbeaten up until the Vic breeds. Good size horses, very strong. Even that horse there of Burns. They don't look like they're those precocious get up and go early 2-year-olds. There this time of year is when they're going to start hitting their straps.
Yeah, look, that's what we always figured. Historically, if you look at Lather Up as a racehorse, he was good at 2. He was unbelievable at 3 and even better at 4. So our expectation is he'll build into that. Remember Barry Rattray telling me when I was down there, I looked at a couple of his Lather Ups. He said to me, I've got a couple of nice ones, Hughesy. They're going to take a little bit of time. They're going to take a little bit of organising. And there you go. There's the net result there as well. And there's a horse flashing along the race in that race there at Hobart. It's another Lather Up that ran third that looks as though it's taken a little bit of time and a bit of organising. So Stallions are a long game, as we all know, and you've got to play it sometimes, and we're comfortable in the knowledge that, Lather Up is going to have a nice little imprint down here.
Just trying to see the horse that ran third. I didn't realise that. I should have done homework. Oh, that's it, punching through there in the yellow bridle, I'd suggest. Gets down the outside, so it actually had a bit of a checkered path too, and I better just make sure that is the right horse, but it looks very tall. Either that or the one back on the fence. No, it's one of them anyway.
Yeah, it's a horse along the fence. So, yeah.
Yeah, in the Rattray colours again. So, yeah, good supporters as well. So, did a very, very good job. We don't want to go through every winner for the week. We're not going to show the videos of every winner, but notables from you, Stace, was there some others that I needed to highlight or to get the message out there for?
I think I did a tally up. I think there was about 69 Woodlands side winners for the week last week. So hard to pick just one or two from that. And we've touched on some of the really impressive ones. I did like seeing What the Hill get a trifecta at Cambridge last week. A horse by the name of Johnny Who got the victory. Finally, he's been thereabouts, but he trotted all the way and did everything right and got the win. So that was really encouraging to see. Obviously, What the Hill's doing a great job here in New Zealand, constantly leaving winners. And as spring's sort of starting to really ramp up the spring racing, I think we'll see more of them as well. So, yeah, I think he's just beginning, and we're about to see a lot more of his progeny doing great things on the track.
And that's off the back of the Quinella the week before at Addington. Both names have escaped me, but both trained by the Duns. Super. They were super impressive. I think it was a photo finish, and it was a photo finish. I actually got it wrong, I'll be honest there, by 30 metres. I mean, they just spanked the rest of them, and there were some nice horses in that other field. Yeah,
for sure. You're right, Dale and Frazzled were the two horses, and I believe they're both lining up. You're right, Dale definitely is, and I believe Frazzled's in on Friday night. There's a Group 3 2-year-old trotters race, so it'll be really exciting to see them go around again. There's a couple of other nice ones in there, so yeah, it will be great to see how they match up there.
Yep, that's that race there. That's 7:20 on Friday night, so that's 5:20 Australian time. That'll be over here. But yeah, you're right, Dale. It's just doing an amazing job. It's only got beat. I think that was its first start when it actually got beat on that occasion. But there was some talk the horse was for sale. It's not for sale now. I think the stable's pretty keen to keep that horse up and going. Just while we are on What the Hill, Hughesy, we keep saying he's much maligned. some really nice up-and-coming horses. The reason I've thrown to you, horses like Bet and Win, I believe, are not far off, hitting back to the trial track. Love Me Too's not far off as well. He's not only got the 2-year-olds, he's got the really nice fast-class horses, and he's going to start, stamping those big races very shortly.
Yeah, well, Stacey could fill you in on Bet and Win, maybe a little bit later on, but look, he won the 4-year-old silver size here for Gary Donaldson on Friday night at Melton with Selski. She's done a really good job. He's in the top 10 2-year-old size in North America. Not a lot of horses bred by him in Australia at the moment, but hopefully that starts to change. We always talk about the numbers stacking up. Well, they just stack up with him. So we've cleared all his stallion tenders in Australia, so a few of the breeders are scooping in on those early doors, which is terrific. So and if you have a look at the ones that we've sold at the yearling sales and at the weanling sales, mate, they are winning. We might be starting to rival, Pat Driscoll and Duncan McPherson on the trotting side of the business. You just never know, mate. So the percentages of the ones that we've bred that have gone to the races, particularly in New Zealand, must be pretty high. So look, Benny's doing a great job. Yeah,
no, he's got three of the favourites or shorter price horses in that 2-year-old race at Addington on Friday night with your Right Dale Frazzled and, of course, Queen Kitsan, the half to Queen Alita. What else do we have to look forward to, Stace, or to get the message out there?
Don't leave your bookings too late. Get in, Get in now and get those mares booked in. Obviously, the breeding season's underway, so the boys are all chugging along really good in the breeding shed, and just important to get those bookings in before you require the semen. So that would just be the last note to remind breeders to contact all of us today, and we can work things out if you need a hand with how things are going to work sort of down the track with payments and things. We can always came for a chat and how we can help you guys, because obviously we want those numbers and those mares bred, and we know things are tough out there.
Yep, and we want to get them booked in early. Mark, from yourself, any other message to get out?
Oh, look, just a lot very similar to Stacey. Obviously, Sweet Lou's done and dusted in Australia. He's only done and dusted for the following season already. So, Betters has had a big fill up in Australia, a little bit more than what we anticipated, though. So, there's still the opportunity to grab the early bird special on him with a significant discount on his service fee. Seaside Steady. One other thing of note, if anyone would love a Woodlands calendar with all the...
Just tilt it forward a touch. Tilt it forward at the top.
With all the info on it?
You take it back to where you were, but just that's better. Lift it up a bit higher.
Okay. You don't see my ugly head.
Yep. We're going to have one.
Anyone wants the Woodlands season breeding calendar, we've got one. Just get in touch with us. We've mailed them out to all our semen bases. So, but if anyone would like one for, to hang on the dunny door, they can give me a call. So, yeah. Some great work there by Stace too, though, with that. I shouldn't go down the road about putting it on the toilet door. But yeah, the season's away. Positive tests already back, which is terrific. Our new courier system's working in Australia. So, look, and just a couple little sidelines from North America in the last week. Down by the seaside, topped the Ohio yearling jug, the jug sale before the little brown jug, $140,000 colt, had the sale topper there. And at the Red Mile at the end of the $400,000 size stake final for the boys, Sweet Lou first, down by the seaside second, American Ideal Son third, 1, 2, 3 in the $400,000 feature. They went 148.4. Lou Print and Sipping on a Sea Rock may be probably a couple of the best 2-year-olds in North America so far this season. But Lou Print looks like a standout. And you've got to remember, this 2-year-old crop for Lou's in North America this year. This is the year they dropped off him. So, but he's having quite a phenomenal run up there. So, yeah, some really good highlights for our boys the last week.
And, of course, Sipping on a Sea Rock, the fastest 2-year-old ever. Not just this year, he's the fastest 2-year-old ever. So, which is an amazing start as well. Guys, we want to keep it short and sharp. We'll be highlighting different horses each week, different state. Thank you very much for joining me. As always, thanks to Woodlands for their continued support of Campbell's comments. But Stacey and Mark, thank you very much, and we'll be back next week.
Thanks, Paul. Good luck to everyone racing this weekend.
West Berlin and Waterloo's out very deep trying to pick up. Atlantic Gem right in behind the lead. 27.9 third quarter. Soho Honey Rider on the turn. A half Exceptional Armour. Soho Vesperlin. Waterloo deeper out. Atlantic Gem awaiting a run. Relatively Armour's locked away. Sugar Delight World Secret. It's Soho Honey Rider leading. Atlantic Gem buffeting into the clear. Then comes Exceptional Armour, and on the outside Soho Vesperlin. Atlantic Gem races up. Tackles Soho Honey Rider, goes to the lead, wins. Atlantic Gem has hauled in Soho.
Bizarre in front going okay. Leads by 3 metres. Third quarter 30. In second place, the outside Isle of Athena. Bida gets through to third. Iden Wriggle Wave out wider. And then followed by Joe's Place. Mel Rusty Kid looking for a gap. And that's about to come. They turn top of the straight. Bizarre and the G-Man Gareth Rattray go for home. In second place, in trying hard, Boulder Cabago. In front, Bizarre. Boulder Cabago still 3 metres away. Bizarre in front, Boulder Cabago trying hard, but tonight for Bizarre. And Bizarre goes home to score for Gareth Rattray. Bizarre beat Bolt of Cabago. Go for third was Joe's Place, followed home by Bill Rusty Keeter. Then we had Ola Athena. 100 metres, 32.1 was the second quarter. 3 wide and 3 back. Sadaka well back in the field to La Mickey. Beatastic joins the 3 wide line. Back on the inside, Amazing Captain. 550 metres left to go. One and only being pressured now by Music Mistress, and Johnny Cox on the outside gets ahead in front. Out 3 wide, I'm Sandra D. Hot and Dangerous in the 1-1 Without You waiting the HR Fiskin passing lane. Always Be Magic, Always Be Misty. Tyron's Connoisseur back on the inside. Sadaka's out wider. Britannia's well back in the field. La Mickey, Beatastic, circumnavigating. Amazing Captain last on the swing here. And it's a one and only. From on the outside now, Music Mistress. Through on the inside comes Without You. There followed I'm Sandra D. Always Be Magic. Right down the outside, Beatastic is flying. Look at them line up for Group 1 glory. Without You, Beatastic flies. Beatastic's a Group 1 winner. Second over, it's a photo. Always Be Magic. And
which is giving a 1-1 toe into the race to also Sweet on Lexi. Back on the inside is Tasby Mickey, is now Sweet on Lexi's let slide. So as they approach the judge, Bertie Hewitt not waiting around, making a play for the front, and he's going to find it pretty easily. Back in the field, that is Mac Thunder. He's over racing. Then Tasby Mickey, Good Chat. Last of all, as they're out of the straight, is Rat-a-tat-tat. Favourite rolls to the top, 900 to go. Sweet on Lexi leads 28.7 first section as they approach the second, 5 metres in advance of Pete's Crunch Time and Stay Foolish. Next section, 29 and 3, half in 58 seconds. Then comes Yarraman Jolt. The first horse away from the inside is Gdansk from also Mac Thunder, and back on the inside is Tasby Mickey. Rat-a-tat-tat. Last of all, Good Chat. 30 covers them as Sweet on Lexi strides along out in front, 5 metres clear of Pete's Crunch Time. Then Stay Foolish, which is about to work one away from the inside. Gdansk is going to try and haul the one-off brigade forward. Then Yarraman Jolt as they approach the quarter pole. That was 28 and 4, so he hasn't really popped the locks on this leader yet. Then comes also Mac Thunder, and back on the inside of rudders at the head of them is Tasby Mickey, and at the outside is Rat-a-tat-tat, swinging 200 metres left to go. Sweet on Lexi just left the inside a little, gives every chance to Pete's Crunch Time, but Sweet on Lexi's travelling really nicely. Stay Foolish coming with also Gdansk very late, but he is a real superstar, this one. Sweet on Lexi through to the semi-finals, beats Stay Foolish and a Canberra third between...